Robbie.
What's the word?
Appreciate you coming on, my boy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
I see some heat right here. We ain't gonna jump into that. First time I seen you, we was at Northdale hooping. A lot of the people I have on, I met through hoop. So I just want to start off there. Like, what got you into basketball? Like, what made you pick up the ball?
So basketball, how I came to basketball is just crazy in itself. I was not an athletic dude growing up. Didn't want to do anything. I tried t-ball. Told my parents it was too hot. Great grandpa was like, "Drop it! Don't make that boy do that. You don't got to be on that sun." So I'm like, whatever. Didn't think none too much of it. So then my parents were like, "Oh, you're hooping. You're gonna do something." So I was probably like 10 years old. They signed me up for a little league over at Dayton's Bluff.
Okay.
So I played for a year, whatever. And I was like, all right, this is cool, you know? And from there, I just loved it, you know, just like the idea of it, the team chemistry, just the atmosphere of basketball, and been playing ever since.
Okay, so did you ever have, like, I didn't start playing until I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So was there ever a point where you were like, had dreams of going to the league, or did you always just play for fun?
It was always for fun for me. I think I realized early on that I wasn't gonna get any taller. My game, to be where I wanted to be at, it was gonna take a lot more effort and time than I was willing to put towards it. And I had a lot of different avenues at the time that I was dealing with. I played the piano and drums since I was a baby practically. And so basketball was one of those things where it's like, I just happen to like it, it's an escape, but moving on and like taking it seriously just never resonated with me.
You still play the drums today?
I do. I play at my great grandfather's church.
Okay.
And I also play the piano, organ there, so it's a big relevant part of my life. I even got it tattooed on my body, so it's always been something that's been meaningful, and I mean it holds weight and significance. And basketball, not saying that it doesn't, but it was just one of those things that I enjoyed to do, something that was an outlet for me.
When did you get to the point where you was like, oh, I'm cold? Like, I ain't league cold, but I'm around here cold. Like,
Yeah. I think when I got to high school and I started playing up, I was playing varsity in the school I played at Washington. Everybody knows Washington if you're around St. Paul, you know, and it was one of those things where we didn't have a lot of talent, but if you were good, you were good. It just happened to be what it was, you know, and I was going into my 10th grade year and I was starting varsity, and we got smacked pretty much every game of the season, and you know, you just kind of chalk it up. I remember playing you getting smacked, you know, but it was like, all right, cool, I got something to work towards, you know. And from there on, I just try to give it what I could and make the best out of the situation. You know, it was like one of those things where I realized we weren't going to win a lot of games, but if I could go out there and try to do something and know that I left it all on the court, I was happy with that.
I know, like, we used to see, like, the first time I didn't see you wasn't at playing against you in Washington, it was at a rec. So playing y'all, because you had your same, pretty much your guys. It was your boys growing up, whatever. Y'all playing y'all, because y'all also played at the school, playing y'all at the rec center was harder than it was there. And I don't know if it was because y'all got to get out there and try stuff or work, and this ain't a knock to y'all, or if we just, it's rec center, we don't care. But I will say, playing against y'all there, you'd be like, oh, Robbie's nice, or Kenny's like they're nice. And then we play against y'all in the league, in the season, and we're like, we're about to win by 40. like we played 2 games that week. Again, not a knock at y'all, because individually y'all were nice. But the team, it wasn't. We were like, we played them on a Tuesday. We got Johnson on Thursday. We already planning for this.
Thursday, looking forward beyond that.
And then sometimes it happened to us. Y'all jump out early, and then we have to call the timeout like, y'all, we not losing to them.
Yeah, straight up.
Not only are we shouldn't be losing to them right now, we not losing this game.
Yeah.
And then you look at the stat sheet, you 20-8 or whatever, and you be like, hey man, if he leaves somewhere and go hoop, he'd be nice. Did you ever think about leaving the program? I know you said you never thought about going to the league, but was there a point where you're like, I can't do this losing, or were you always like, I'm gonna ride it out?
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about leaving, going into my sophomore year. You know, it was hard to see long term where things were going to get better.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I just couldn't find myself getting that transfer paper, going to SPPS, making that move, you know. And I'm glad that I did it. You just never know what it's like to be in a different situation, and I might not have been playing at all had I transferred. You know, like you might be good at your school, but that doesn't mean you're going to be the man at the next fight. You know, and I think accepting that and realizing that I had an opportunity to try and build a program and be like a household name at Washington, I think that resonated with me. Not saying that I was ever the man or the best person on the team in that respect, but knowing that I at least tried to do something and had the opportunity to do so, that was something for me and something that I've kind of always aligned with.
It was always like you know, like you get ready for a team, you know who and what they can do, or your coach is scouted or whatever. It was always like he's going to hustle, he's going to rebound, he's going to score. He's not the best shooter, but don't leave him wide open. He'll hit him.
Try
like,
to
we know what he wants to do. He was like, you remind me of Siakam. Like Siakam's not a shooter, but you give him 7 feet of space, I'm gonna knock him down. You know what I'm saying? So staying on the hoop thing, what you hoop in? I know you hoop now. You still hoop now. What you hoop in?
Honestly, I'm a dude that'll give anything a go. I just picked up the LeBron 21s, that purple haze color. Going to Washington, I just kind of fell in love with the color purple, and so it honestly, if it's getting some hype and some publicity, I'll go for it. I've hooped in bronze, Kobe's. I picked up a pair of AEs.
Oh, what color you get?
I got the blue and black ones. I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Can't think of the name of them either, but them fire.
Yeah.
The All-Star ones, fire. Ones. Pretty much all his colorways have been fire.
Yeah.
And so he ain't missed yet.
No.
Not yet. So
No.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with those. The only problem I have is that they don't stay tied. So everybody that I know that hooped in them switching the shoelaces.
Every time I hoop in them, it's like a one and done. I'm gonna play the starting game. You know, you get going, get your feet wet, get a feel for the court. After that, I gotta step out of them. Can't do it.
What's your go-to?
So my go-to right now, definitely LeBron 20s. I got about 4 different colorways. I think he had like a Christmas colorway, the dark or the Four Horsemen, which is, you know, his boys and things like that. Then I have an olive green pair. And then one that's like these neon colors, kind of
if I'm not
Miami.
If I'm not mistaken, is the Four Horsemen, is that the one with the chest piece on the back? Or I could be wrong, but I know he had. I don't know. LeBron got so many shoes. He's been playing basketball.
A minute.
It's okay to retire. I hope he knows.
It's gotta give it up.
It's okay. I know he wants to play with his son, so I think if his son gets drafted this year, it might be after this year. He might be like, "Bro, I ain't got nothing to prove no more." Like, because at this point, this is just how I feel. I don't know how everybody else feels. But there's nothing that will move the needle for LeBron.
No.
Like if you have him as the GOAT, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
If he isn't the GOAT, I don't know what he can do to make, because he already done so much. He's already all-time leading scorer, 3-1 comeback, all that. I don't know if there's anything he can do now to make you be like, oh, he's not number 2 or 3, he's number 1.
Yeah.
So at this point, if he wants to, like the game will miss him for sure. Like even people who not like Kobe's my GOAT, I think we'll all be like, okay, but like watching what's going on with him against Denver in the first round, watching what happened with KD going to Ant said that's his GOAT, but he's going at him like he don't care. It's like, oh my God, this is what's going on.
The league is changing.
And then Steph didn't even make the playoffs, so it's like, oh my God, the top dogs are not top dogs.
Yeah, Father Time is catching up with him, man. I mean, I even think about ourselves, you know, like we're getting to the 30s.
Man,
getting up there, you know, and it's
close. We're like 2 years away, my boy.
Real close.
God.
And you know, I think about the times, you know, like you said, we started hooping in North Dale, and it was easy to just hop on the court. No stretching, no nothing. You get on the court, you dunking, you doing your thing, you having fun. Now that's a game time decision.
If you don't stretch now, you might not get out of bed the next day.
No, it needs a shot, back shot, everything. A whole 10. It's
over with, man. But like every time I see you, you had like your energy was through the roof. You was hooping. So now when you hoop now, and I seen the video the other day, he was like, it's nice to still be able to dunk after 25. What you doing now? You trying to put people in the rim now, or you just kind of like, man, I got the finesse game, I'm cool. Like me, I dunking, ain't nobody there.
Yeah.
Somebody down there, man, you can catch this air-to-air reverse or this left.
Yeah. Give it to him. Man, I had a surgery on my leg 2 or 3 years ago that really changed like my perspective on basketball and just my ability to be an athlete, you know, in general. leaving the operating table and not knowing whether or not you'll be able to play or let alone walk, that really like changed the scope and the way that I approach the game, you know, and I realized that I might not be able to rely on athleticism anymore and that the game it might be different for me, you know? And so now my approach is just get what you can out of the game, but play it within reason, you know? And so every once in a while, you know, somebody got to go on the rim. If you still got it, every once in a while you feel good.
And look, I don't do it often, but if I'm on a fast break, my legs is feeling good, and I see somebody down there, especially somebody doing this,
it's time to punch it.
If I don't make it, at least I'll be like, hey man, the legs is feeling good. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. At least I know I can still get out there. So.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, it's just knowing basketball. When you're young, you just play basketball. But now I have that expertise to understand that not the entirety of the game doesn't have to be fast paced. I don't need to run at the rim. I don't need to try to block shots off the glass. Sometimes you got to make the easy plays, get other people involved, and just work with what's given to you, you know? And it's still cool to be able to get up there and dunk every once in a while, but I'm like, I don't have nothing to prove. I'm playing at the rec center, like, I'm not getting a check after this. I'm gonna have to go home, put icy hot on my own knees.
I'm so glad you said
all
that in the check, because I'm at the point now when they start arguing at LA Fitness, I'll be like, y'all do know we not getting an NBA contract.
Get that bag and go.
Just go home, bro. Y'all gonna be okay, man. It's
Yeah.
gonna be okay. Whatever level y'all played at, the same level y'all played at when y'all get around here.
Straight up. Ain't nothing to prove, bro.
Oh,
not a thing.
man.
Not a thing.
Before we transition to the cars and stuff,
Yeah.
what you got on this table, man? Because you got some fire.
So I got a couple things. So Travis Scott's, the Phantoms. Snatched these up. Didn't even think I would win them. Got them right off of sneakers.
Oh, okay.
One of those things where it's like, you know, sneakers be doing folks dirty. If you hit, you hit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Clicked it on my phone, whatever. Didn't think nothing of it. We got your confirmation, shipping it out. So I'm like, it's a go.
Ooh.
It's a go. You know, nothing more to say about it. I definitely can say it's not my favorite colorway of Travis releases.
Yep.
But I'm like, to be able to get them and know that I got them the way that I did, not paying nothing over retail, a win's a win. You know,
these sellers is knocking people's heads off. So
straight
getting
up
them off the app is way better than that.
Yeah, for sure. So next had the Zion One Lows. I love new colors. These, they just speak to kind of my personality, you know. I think I'm a little bit of a different dude, just kind of the way I carry myself, my demeanor, my approach to life. And I feel like that's what you cannot get out of the shoe. Just a little bit of everything with the stitching. They kind of have these Easter eggs. The Nike Air tag is upside down. You know, even on the back, you know, they kind of have these pull-ups and whatever else. Just the details, and I appreciate things like that. You know, something that it's like if you didn't know, you won't know.
Yep.
You know, and it's a good fall shoe. Personally, I'll rock it whenever, but you know that's the time of the season when you're seeing people rocking this kind of colorway. So then, lastly, I have these Dunks, big money savings. I think they came out like last week. I knew I needed them. My boy texted me. He's like, "Hey, bro, these are dropping, whatever." Another time where I'm like, I probably won't get them, but if it happens, it happens. Honest to God, this is probably like the third time I didn't have them out the box, so I don't know too much about the shoe, you know.
Which is cool. It's fire though.
Yeah. You know, all these different kind of tags and whatever else. And this design they have right there reminds me a lot of the cars that I deal with, and kind of like the texture and the engravings that we do with the cars. And so I'm like, this is something I'm gonna hop in my car, step out, and people are gonna pay attention and notice it, you know. So
you brought up the cars.
Yeah.
How'd you get into the cars, and what is it that you do? Like, I see pictures and stuff, but I don't know exactly what it is that you do.
So I'm big time into lowriding. It's the cars that jump up and down. You see them in music videos, Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E. That's it's West Coast. My dad is from Long Beach originally, and so he grew up in that culture. You know, he said he seen one driving down the street, and the bug just kind of bit him. And the same thing happened for me. I didn't think too much of them. Growing up, it was kind of like whatever, like dad got a car, it's cool, you know, I got TVs, whatever. I hopped in one day, we hit a corner and the car went up on 3 wheels, and I'm like, I need one. Like, it don't matter what I gotta do. I don't care how long I gotta go to school for, what kind of hours I gotta work, I need one. Mm-hmm. So I just fell in love with them, and it's been it's halted my shoe collection because it was like one or the other. I can't afford to
do both at the same time.
Yeah, you know, like
I got a friend who's really heavy in the shoes, but he's really heavy in the tattoos.
Yeah, yep.
He's like, I done passed on so much heat to finish up arm sleeves and leg sleeves that now he's starting to realize how bad the resellers are.
Yep. And that's what it is. You know, sometimes I just gotta chalk it up as the loss. I'm like, do I get this part from my car? I done broke this playing around with it on the weekend, or do I grab a pair of shoes? And now, you know, we're older. We got a little bit of money to play with. Back in the day, I get that shoe. That's it. A couple months I'm down, I ain't doing too much of nothing, you know?
Need some food to go eat.
Yeah, straight up. Or I'm selling the shoe to get something to eat, you know? And it's nice to be older now and get into the shoes more, you know? I would appreciate them from afar growing up, and it was like I had to choose, you know? Having hobbies that cost money, it's like, it made me realize that I needed to grind and I needed to do something for myself to get to that point.
I know, not these ones, but is there shoes that you've seen or had as a kid that you were like, when I get older, my foot is done growing, I need again so that you can, like, I have T-Max now. I had when I was like a size 5. And I was like, when I get older, I need them again. Even if I don't hoop no more, I need them because that's kind of what kicked off the collection.
Yeah, essential for you. The cool grays. Cool gray 11s. My foot did not stop growing probably until I was probably in like 10th grade or so. And my dad had a pair. Dude was out there just cutting the grass, just doing his thing, doing yard work, Concords,
not just
11s. And I'm looking, and at the time, you know, I was like, they're cool shoes, but I really didn't understand the shoe game. I was probably wearing flights at the time, you know what I mean? Like, just didn't understand the culture, didn't respect it in that, if you want to put it like that, you know? And I got older, I started seeing photos, and I'm like, man, my pops had all these shoes, and I remember seeing them, but the cool grays, they just stuck out to me. So when they re-released a couple years back, I'm like, I need them.
Are the cool grays your favorite model in the Jordan line?
Ooh, that's a tough stay. I would say
maybe not the cool gray
in particular,
but is the 11s your favorite model?
Even that's tough.
Or what's your favorite model if you have one?
I wouldn't even say that I have a favorite, you know. I appreciate the ones for what they are. The 11s are on a pedestal in my opinion. And I also like the 4s. You know, I'm one of those guys where it's like, if the shoe looks good and the silhouette and what they were able to do with the shoe, I'm a rock with it. You know, I think about the people in like the vulture culture where people just buy shoes because they're in, everyone likes them.
I hate that.
Can't stand it.
I'd be like, what you got on your feet?
Yeah.
You got about $800 on your feet, by the way. I just want you to know.
Pedals, all that, you know, and
I just want you to know that those shoes you got on cost about $1,500. But hey,
yeah. You know, and that's the thing, you know, like I've always liked shoes, but it was like, not that I couldn't even afford them, but it's like if I didn't get them, I didn't even know how to get them. I got into the game super late in comparison to other people, you know, and it's like being able to get them now and the things that I like, it's like cool. Like I'm blessed in that respect, you know, because a lot of people, you know, that don't understand the shoes and the culture, it's like, it's just a shoe. And it's like, oh man, you know, like I don't even know the history of them, but I can appreciate them for what they are.
Shoes,
you know?
They tell a story. They're like an art piece. Like everybody displays theirs differently. Like I have a combination of the display cases and the boxes. But for the most part, the shoe, like sometimes the shoe be the best part of the outfit. Actually 85-90% of the time, the shoe be the best part of the outfit. Because I've seen people try to do like the expensive route when they close, and it'd be like a shirt for $300. And then they just got some regular, either some forces on or some
nothing special.
Just a regular shoe, and it ties it together. And I'm like, if you wouldn't have had them on, we would be clowning you. Not because of what you have on, because it looks nice. But you just came to the gym in a Burberry shirt. But we don't care.
None of that.
We don't care.
Last thing on mind,
for sure. So on the cars, I know you said your dad put you on that 3 wheels, and you were like, I need one. Is that what you got, or are you still working towards the?
No. So I have one. I ended up getting it when I was about 17 years old. I had a Cutlass when I was a freshman. It's an 84 Cutlass convertible. So at the time it was like, dude, I'm out here rolling. Like I'm thinking I already got my plans. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Started looking at the price for the things and the stuff that I wanted to get done, and I'm like, this car won't be on the road for another 10 years. And I'm 15 right now, so I'm like, cool, gotta be done with it. You know, like, chalk it up, we'll find something better. So my pops sees a 96 Cadillac Fleetwood, real nice car, and I didn't really think anything of it at the time, but he's like, what do you think of this? I'm like, it looks nice. You know, I'm just looking at these photos. I'm like, it's cool. So whatever, just thank you for showing me photos. Maybe like 5-6 months later, Super Bowl Sunday, and he's like, I'm gonna go watch the game at so-and-so's house. We're in a car club, about 20 of us or so, and he's like, I'm gonna go watch it at so-and-so's house. Do you wanna go? So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just kick it here. I'm gonna probably do some homework. And he's like, well, how are you gonna see your car? So I'm like, well, what?
Oh, snap.
So I'm like, let me get ready, you know, so I'm grabbing the Nike, whatever, I'm mismatched Adidas, everything. I'm just trying to get out the door at this point, you know? So we go to the house and the garage goes up and he's like, this is you, man. And I'm like, me? And he's like, yeah, you know, like, you've been taking care of business in the classroom, you're respectful to me and mom, like, I just like the young man that you're becoming, you know? And I'm like, dang, dude, like, you're putting your own bills and whatever else and probably making mom and us eat ramen noodles to get this for me, you know? That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, duh, like, I like, thank you. Like, what more can you say? You know, I'm 17 years old and I just get handed this car and it's like, it's better than what I could have expected. And I shouldn't have been expecting anything in the first place, you know? So I've had it now since, like I said, I was 17. I went all the way through the car. Everything is chromed out underneath, custom interior, custom paint, just the full works. And it kept me grounded, you know? It was like, cool, you can act a fool, but the car's gonna go. You know, and my pops kind of gave me that ultimatum, like, it's nice that you have this, you know, you're doing your thing, but it'll be just as easily taken away as it was given.
As soon as you mess up, I can take the car away from you.
Yeah, you know, and it was like, man, nah, you know, like, this is something to build on, you know, and to enjoy. And that's what I did. I was able to take it to prom, homecoming. Everybody else is pulling up in limos and we're coming down the street in the air, you know, like clowning, you know, banging music, having fun. And I love it, you know, it's been an opportunity and a blessing in disguise, you know, it's opened up opportunities. I was able to collab with Vans this past summer. I got a notification on my phone, I see a blue check mark and it's from Vans and I'm like, Vans, like what they want from me, you know? And they're like, we seen your cars, we seen your club, whatever. And Jawan can attest to this, you know, they're like, we want you guys to bring some vehicles out here and just display them amongst like what we already have going on. So I'm like, it's just a thing in itself, man. You know, just kind of like the shoes. It's a culture, and you gotta respect it.
Yep,
you know,
open up doors that you didn't know was going to open up for you.
Yeah.
Now I don't know too much about it, so I have to ask.
Yeah.
Because I see you taking pictures in the clothes, the shirt you have on.
Yeah.
Is that your brand? Somebody's
Yeah.
brand?
So this is my family's brand, Twin Cities Clothing Company. During the pandemic, you got a lot of time. You know, you're just kind of chilling at the crib.
Bro, during the pandemic, I was trying everything. I know they probably tired of hearing me say this, but I almost became a tattoo artist. Not a real tattoo artist, because I was trying to learn how to draw.
Yeah.
And the reason it's the first time you heard about it is because I knew, just like you know, I ain't never putting nobody, I ain't gonna make nobody do that.
Yep.
But I was at home trying to learn how to draw. You know my cousin Dan, I'm like,
Yeah.
hey Dan, I just drew something. Check this out. He can draw for real.
Yeah.
So he was like, it's decent. You make some tweaks. You could be better. I was like, no, I'm about to be a tattoo artist. He's like, okay. I'm like, I'm just playing, man. I ain't gonna put nobody through that, man. I ain't about to put nobody through that.
But you know, you get that time you're exploring them avenues. And,
Yeah.
And that's kind of what came about it. My pops, he's the one who really got things going. I mean, he got a patent. He was doing the full tip, like. And so, with that being said, he's like, well, now we need models, man. Like, you gotta go out and take photos. And I'm like, I ain't photogenic. I ain't the right guy. Like, dude, like I'm probably like a 2 out of 10, and you want me to take these photos, or you know, this is my self, impression. And I'm like, dang, now I gotta have some shoes because I ain't gonna go out here looking bad, like we just said. You know, like you got a nice shirt on, and you trying to get your brand
I ain't about to
going.
clown me, man.
Nah, you know, I'm out here with some FUBUs on or something crazy. You know, disrespect, you gotta rock what you can. But I'm like, no. I gotta get the shoe game up, you know? So it's been something that's, again, opened opportunities for us, you know? We've been able to get to some storefronts now and sell things. We're selling stuff across the nation, and it's cool to go around to different places and see your merchandise, and people appreciating what you're putting out. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. That's what I've learned, you know, and I actually brought you a shirt
Oh,
with
snap.
some stickers and things like that.
Oh,
so
snap. I ain't even know. Hold
yeah.
on, let me go ahead and get this out, though. Oh, snap.
Yep. So.
Oh, this is hard, though. I sure didn't know. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're sticker.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I was like, you know, for you to even think about me to come on your gig and your show, you know, I'm like, I gotta hook him up, you know. I'm like, I just talked to him in years, and
I appreciate it for real.
yeah. So I'm like, I gotta show love where love is given, you know.
And you know me,
so,
I got a whole bunch of shoes. I already thought of a fit. I already put the fit together.
yeah, I already know.
I already put the fit together. I appreciate it for real. No?
Yeah, straight up.
I appreciate it for real.
Straight up.
So I don't know if you're chasing anything in the shoes, or like you said, you see what you see something and you like it, but is there something that you want that you don't have yet that you're like, I'm gonna get? Like for me, it's the big Dame 4s.
Yeah.
I want them so bad, but every time I look, it's like $800, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna give y'all $800 when I can take 4 of that and get 4 pair of shoes.
Straight up.
So that's why I haven't got it yet, but I know one day I'm gonna just be like,
Just break the bank.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I can do it one time. Here you go.
Yeah. For me, and honestly, I don't even know if they come in my size, but the tuxedo 11s, the lows, I seen them, and this is before I was in the shoes. Like I said, I was probably wearing flights at the time when I seen them, but I'm like, dog, those 11s right there, I'm like, those are tough. I need them, I want them.
I gotta get them.
Gotta get them. And that was the same thing for the cool grays, you know, and it's not the original pair that came out, but it was like the second best thing to them, you know, and I'm like, this might be as close as I'm willing to spend. You know, like I got them for retail, shoot, I might just have to run with it, you know. But yeah, the tuxedos for sure, and then they have a dunk, and it's a collab with Jarritos. It's like a, you know, the pop. Yep. And in the lowrider culture, everybody's slamming Jarritos. You know, like it just kind of comes with the territory. So I'm like,
that'd be hard.
You know, I step out my car, get some tacos, grab a drink, I got the shoes on, and you know, like, I'm like, man, if I could get those, I'd do it. And I've been looking, but I just can't get myself to pay that price, man. Like, I need a deal, you know?
I'm telling you, the sneaker people, like it. I'm not a person to knock nobody for their hustle.
Yeah.
If your hustle is buying shoes and reselling them, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if the shoe, I don't know how much they were when they originally came out, but let's just say it was $120.
Yeah.
If they're $120 and then you think you about to sell them to me for $1,100,
crazy.
I don't need them that bad.
No.
Somebody else does, and they want them that bad, and
Yeah.
you're okay dropping that $1,100. And I'm not gonna knock you for buying that $1,100 shoe.
No.
And I'm not gonna knock you for selling that $1,100 shoe. But I ain't gonna be mad at myself for spending that.
Straight up. Straight up.
So like, I think I got a pair of Mount Zion T-Max.
Yeah.
It's high school colors.
Yep.
And I remember, I don't know if my brother had them or he showed me a picture when I was younger, and I was like, one day I'm gonna get them. And when I got older, I remember I was living with my mom. I had no bills at that time, nothing.
Yeah.
And I had a job, and I'm like, I'm gonna find them shoes.
Yeah.
Typed them in on Google, and it popped up. And in my head, I was like, if they less than 400, or if they 410, I do it.
Yeah.
But anything over 450 for show, not
Crazy.
doing it.
Yep.
And I'm looking size 9, $1,100, size 10, $800.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know I'm on one of the apps, Go or StockX, whatever, and I'm scrolling. I'm like, I know when it gets to my size, it's gonna knock my head off.
Yeah.
Got to my size, it was like $247 plus shipping, and I was like, oh, these are coming home.
It's a go.
And I did it so quick, and then after that, I was like, I can't make that a habit.
Yeah.
But I like shoes, like I'm an Adidas guy.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they're there, except if they're Yeezys, like the Ivy Park Beyonce stuff, or like now Anthony Edwards.
I'm about to say, insane.
Like his shoe will hit the app at 12 o'clock. By 12:04, all the sizes is gone.
Yep.
Except maybe like a size 6.
Oddball that nobody wears.
Like a size 6 is still there, and even when you click on it, it's be like 7 left. Like what the heck?
Yeah.
But I'm just happy like he getting his due. Like he's like that, and everybody be like he plays for the Timberwolves. He not gonna be a big name, but he got a chance to mess around and be the face of the league.
That's what I'm looking at, you know, and like you said, you kind of just gotta respect what he's doing, especially in Minnesota.
not a knock at Towns and Wiggins.
No.
Especially Towns.
Yeah.
Towns been putting on. But he like what KG brung and then the energy he brung playing is what AE do. And every time I see him play, it's like he said in the post game thing, I just want to kill everything in front of me. He mean that, like KD his GOAT. He going at KD like, bro, I don't care.
It's nothing.
I don't care, bro. Like when you in front of me, you not my GOAT. You just an NBA player. He going at Braun like, I don't care, bro. You just an NBA player.
Giving folks concussions.
He telling he don't John so bad. He made him leave the game with a concussion. And I watched the video every time it's on social media. I still have not seen John get hit in the head. So I don't know if the shockwave or the dunk or what. But he got a concussion.
Ego was hurt, man. It wasn't even a real concussion. The ego just hurt.
I said he was just embarrassed.
Yeah.
I said I don't know why you did that because it made it even worse. And now you want to cover a slam.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
On the cover a slam. But before I let you get up out of here, I do have to ask this question. And if it's too hard to answer, I understand because just like me, you're into shoes. So I have two. Are you, now that you, like you said, we're getting older, I see you still buying stuff that you like.
Yeah.
But are you searching for the comfort, or are you still like, man, I'll suffer in the flashiness right now?
Yeah. For me, it depends on the day. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I got some Vapor Maxes on right now. I'm getting to that point where it's like I'm gonna look good at this place in particular, but everywhere else,
slides in the phone.
Slide. They gonna make it happen every time. I'm talking about the Vapor Maxes, the Yeezy slides.
Yep.
You know, even the Vans, you know, like I'm like $60, I'll beat these up. It ain't even gonna be no thing to me.
That's how I am. The foam runners, some slides. I ain't got no Crocs.
No.
But the NBA and the WNBA has some Crocs. I do think I'm about to get them.
Essential.
Fire.
Yeah, I ain't got a pair.
Like I'm a real life WNBA fan. Like I watch them. I watch the draft, all that.
Yeah.
So when they did the Crocs, I was like, I ain't never had a pair of Crocs. It might be time to join the way. Especially for like the summer. Like when it get hot here, it get hot.
It does. So
I don't need to be like, these is the crazy eights. I put these on in the middle of July, but my feet is gonna be like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We ain't even going nowhere.
Yep.
Please take me off. So, and lastly, it doesn't have to be a basketball shoe. It doesn't have to be a workout shoe. Just give me your Mount Rushmore of shoes. So that's 4 of your favorite shoes. It doesn't have to be of all time. It can be right now, or it can be of all time. And it doesn't. And I don't need, like, it's hard because I ask people this and they be like, do I need to say like the color of the name of the shoe, like you can just tell me if you like the Travis Scott 4s or what he got, 2 7s, right? Or 2
6. I think he has a 6 or 2 pairs of 6s, and I
so
think
like
he had
if you just like his Travis Scott 6s, you can say that, or you can tell us the name of them.
Okay, let me see. Cool grades for sure. 11s in particular.
I kind of knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, I had to get that one out. there, you know. And then the SB4s they dropped last summer. I was ready to give these Travises up and some bread when I seen those drop. I'm like, whatever I need, bro. Yeah, whatever you need, bro. Like that one, I'm gonna pay for, you know. And then I ain't gonna lie. I think any bread ones, I rock with those. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a bread, you know. And then Number 4, that's where it start getting tricky, man. You know.
That's why I ask people that, because I ask myself that all the time. Like, what is my 4 favorite?
Yeah.
And I can do basketball and I can do off court, but then when I combine them, I'll be like, ooh, like for me, the Dame 4 is my favorite basketball shoe ever.
Yeah.
And like court feel, cutting, grip, cushioning, everything. And it's like, if I can go get 70 of these and just have these for the rest of my life, I will be sick.
Yeah.
So that 4th spot, I know it's hard.
I'm gonna have to go with the Kobe's. I had a pair of Kobe's. It was the lower Marions. I can't remember
What number?
Yeah, I want to say it was possibly the 8.
Okay.
And I wore a 13. I went to the outlet and they had a 13 and a half. And I'm like,
strange, because it'd be hard to find a
13 no 13s and a half. You know, that's just uncommon. So it's like, I had that shoe to this day and I beat the life out of it. Like, and I still throw them on and be trying to hoop in them and they fall apart.
What'd you do to make sure they fit? Double socket?
Oh, double socks. All the way. Double socks. I mean, I was, hey, I was probably flopping around the shoe. I probably missed a couple of layups. Probably got broke a couple times.
My Kobe's on.
But I had them Kobe's on, you know what I mean? You know, so if I could get those and they were fresh and just OG in the box, that would be a goal for sure, you know. But like I said earlier, though, that comfort, you can't beat it. And even when I'm working on my cars and stuff like that, you know, it's like I hop in my car, you never know what you're gonna break. I don't want to hop out the car working on it with these on, you know.
Sure.
So it's like, yeah, some slides they can get beat up.
You can beat them.
Yeah, some vans they can get beat up. So I'm gonna get what I want and what I like, but comfort. I'm getting to that age, man.
Yeah,
Get to that age.
We getting old, man. We met when we was like 16, 17, somewhere in there.
I might have been like 14, 15.
Yeah. Because I think I am 2 years older. How old are you?
27.
Yeah, I'll be 29 this year.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, we is getting old,
Oh.
bro. So, yeah, we getting old. So comfort is like the best. Like these is broken in, so these is comfortable. But when you get a new pair of some, like for me, the superstars.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. I'll be like, man, I'm about to go to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
Life be life, and especially now that we getting older. But I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate the shirt. I'm definitely about to, like I said, put a fit on with that. And thanks for coming on, my brother.
Good to have you, my dude.
And y'all know what's next. This